Say, and welcome back. My name is Mizuchi Oruka, Blue Dragon VTuber, and we are back in A Kiss for the Petals, Maidens of Micheal. It's been about another full week since I have recorded because I got sidetracked last week and my schedule got messed up, so I just waited till the end of the next week to record. So I'm kind of getting back into the swing of things from taking a weird week break where I had no motivation to do literally anything other than play stellarblade and what else did I do? I hung out on VR chat a lot, trying to make friends. I think I made some friends, but I'm still super quiet. I just can't get the courage to talk out loud, which is weird because it's not real. But it is real at the same time. Anyways, last time I believe Eris-sama went to Germany or something, or wherever her hometown was, because I'm assuming a family member died, and now she's back, or she's not back yet, and she told someone to not worry about her, so they told Shizuku not to worry, but Shizuku is worried because tomorrow's finally the graduation ceremony and she's still not back. So yeah. Shall we go on? I'm assuming we're at near the very end. So this may either be a really short episode or a really long episode. I'm not sure yet. Maybe if I stop rambling, we can get to the actual story. Tomorrow's finally the graduation ceremony. In the end, I never heard from Eris. The faint glimmer of hope that she might still return in time for graduation had faded. Just the idea of graduating by myself, I can't stand it. I had wanted to spend every moment with Eris, so up until our very last day at St. Michael's. What's weird about this story right now is that back in the Mai and Rio story, they were obviously here before graduation, so I don't know why it doesn't line up, or there's a continuity error or something, or maybe the timeline is different. I don't know. Maybe this is a different universe per story. I don't know. I had wanted to spend every moment with Eris up until our last day at St. Michael's. I might have already read that, sorry. Now I don't care anymore. I would skip the graduation ceremony. If they wouldn't be calling Eris's name at the ceremony, then there would be no point in attending. I would gather up the last of Eris's things from the classroom and take them home with me today. With my mind made up, I headed toward the classroom only to find a familiar figure standing there. My son? Ah, Shizuku-sama. Thank goodness you haven't gone home yet. What's the matter? Well, I've been wondering what happened to Eris-sama. The rest of our classmates gathered around the two of us talking. Oh, it's Sawaguchi, my son, from the junior class. She and Shizuku-sama really seem to get along. They both have matching black hair. They're so lovely. Relax. You seem to be pretty popular, Shizuku goes in. She was smiling, but Mai seemed a little uncomfortable with the look she was getting from the upperclassmen. My son, if you'd like to talk, perhaps we should go somewhere else? Yes, in that case, let's go to the usual spot. They said the usual spot! Are they gonna fuck? The two of us quickly left the classroom behind us. We decided to go to the room where we held our events committee meetings. The usual place. Oh, it's Shizuku. Yep. Shizuku-sama. Shizuku-sama, welcome. We entered the classroom to find nearly all the committee members gathered there. You're all working again today. Your effort is much appreciated. We had some help from Reina-sensei too, getting ready for the graduation ceremony tomorrow. The graduation ceremony? But we're practically done now, so we're all just chatting. Shizuku-sama, please. The usual Reticent? 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 Mia-san offered me an empty seat from the back of the classroom. Why don't you sit over there, Shizuku-sama? Eh. I sat down with my son as she suggested. Oh. It isn't much to offer, but here, help yourself. She handed me a recently purchased can of hot tea. Nanami-chan, can I get one of those too? No. No. You're not the one who's sad. We also have cocoa. I was trying to cut out sweets, so don't tempt me. You should be fine if you use enough brain power to offset the amount of sugar, should you not? You dumb bitch. That's not possible. Listen to everyone's conversing as usual as I drank my tea. Somehow, it seemed to soothe my spirit just a little. Shizuku-sama, did you ever hear from Eris-sama? I still haven't. So then, the graduation ceremony tomorrow. I don't think there's any way she'll make it now. The moment I said those words, the room fell silent. Honestly, that Eris is a pain right up to the end, skipping out on her own graduation. Rio? But Shizuku, you believe in her, don't you? No! That's right. Mia skips out in class all the time, so it's no big deal. Lisa, did you think that you wouldn't notice you say that amidst all the commotion? If I knew Eris-sama, she'd probably show up with a big sorry and a smile on her face. I simply must show Eris-sama the graduation album, the fruit of Nanami and my labor. Yuri-sama, it's not like the two of us made it alone. The whole campus improvement committee did it. Sometimes Sarah's busy with work that I get anxious going entire days without seeing her at all. But I have faith in her. You should too, Shizuku-sama. Kaede-chan, that makes me so happy. I have faith in you too, Kaede-chan, no matter what happens. I don't think those two have a story. In this one. In this. That's not important. I was pointing it out. Maybe they do. And I'm just dumb. Everyone. Yes, they were right. I still need to believe in my girlfriend. Everyone here had absolute faith in their lovers. Unlike me. And I was no different. Oh, JK, I'm different. Even though I've been whining and complaining and down on my laurels. Leia had all helped me remember that. Everyone, thank you so much. I mean it. I'm sorry. I fart a lot when I cry. It all been too much for me to bear alone a few moments ago. I'd even begun to doubt my own feelings for the person I cared most about. But hearing everyone's encouragement, I had finally made up my mind. I would have faith in the person I loved, in Eris, until the very end. Unfortunate as it may be, I will go to the graduation ceremony on my own tomorrow. Yeah, fuck her! Yeah! Fuck her! The graduation ceremony's over. Yes, Eris-sama never made it back. She's just on the floor, like, crying, like, face down on the concrete, just... She attended the graduation ceremony alone, without the person she loved. What a fucking loser! Just kidding. Shizuku-sama pushed through the sadness, trying to put on a tough act. Even so, it was obvious to all of us how hard it was on her. She was crying when she accepted her diploma, quietly without making a sound, looking so sad. The diploma she now held, it was a distillation of all her memories at St. Michael's. I was sure she would have preferred to receive it with Eris-sama. My life fucking sucks. Shizuku, looks so lonely. Yeah, she did. Her girlfriend's kind of a twat for not showing back up in time. Wow, family matters more than your girlfriend? Not in this world. Rio looked really lonely herself as she said that. I couldn't help but be a little jealous of how well she and Eris-sama had gotten along. My, the seniors don't have to go to school anymore after today, right? Yeah, that's right. They've graduated now. I wonder if Shizuku will be alright on her own. Rio, that's so... I squeezed her tightly without thinking. It didn't matter if we were out in public. I just had to do it. What are you doing? I can't breathe, Mai. Let me go! No way, I'm too emotional right now. What are you talking about? Normally all I do is cause trouble for other people, but now to see you showing concern for someone... When did you finally mature into this person? I don't cause trouble for people. Now if only your chest would mature too, I'd have no more complaints. My, you jerk. Ryo's voice echoed along the tree-lined path. Sorry, I was just teasing you. Shizuku-sama is more important right now, though. Yeah. Yeah. We're still going to the meeting at school, so to work on the events committee, so... I see, so we should get Shizuku to come too? That's exactly right, Ryo. I had no doubt that her spirits would improve faster if she spent time with us rather than at her home by herself. Ryo instantly agreed with my proposal, and so I sent Shizuku-sama a text right away inviting her to join us. But she didn't reply. She was wallowing at home. Ryo, I got a reply from Shizuku-sama. What did she say? Let's see, I'll come if I have the opportunity. Thank you for the invitation. Does that mean she's coming or not? I think that's probably a no. Aww. Well, given how depressed she seemed today, that answer isn't surprising. I guess we got no choice, Mai. You know where Shizuku lives, right? Yeah, more or less. In that case, we'll go visit her tomorrow. Huh? At her house? That's surprisingly proactive of you, Ryo. But she'll be anxious and depressed by herself. Ryo, okay, you're right. Let's do that. And that was how we decided to go to Shizuku-sama's house the next day. And the next day happens. Just had her less than enthusiastic reply to my text indicated, Shizuku-sama didn't seem very interested in coming to school. Even so, Ryo and I continued to visit her at home. I mean, she doesn't have to come to school anymore, so I don't know why she would come to school. I wonder if Shizuku-sama will come today. It had been several days since we started going to her house, and she still didn't seem any closer to coming. She doesn't have to, though. Today's sure to be the day we drag Shizuku out of her house. Yeah, I hope it goes well. More importantly, what's that you're carrying, Ryo? We were just about to start school, but Ryo was carrying a huge bag for some reason. This is my secret weapon. I see. She stuck out her chest with pride as she answered. I just hoped it wasn't anything too crazy. We're here. We were standing at the entrance of Shizuku-sama's house. I pressed the button for the intercom, then waited a moment. Hello? Ordinarily, one of Shizuku-sama's staff would answer on her behalf. Today she greeted us directly. Shizuku-sama, it's me. Come on out already. Hey, don't talk to her like that. Good day to you, Shizuku-sama. How are you feeling today? Your-san, my son. Well, I feel like a big old pile of dicks, but, you know. She sounded depressed. She still hadn't cheered up. I'm not feeling very well this morning. I see. Well, I'll speak to you later. He turned off the intercom. It looked like today was another no-go. This part of the story is getting super depressing and they're dragging it out for like, I feel like no reason, but you know, I guess it better be a really good lead up. I guess we should give up for today. Let's go, Ryo. Ryo? She was scowling at the doorway. Then she suddenly started banging on the door. Shizuku! Kirishima Shizuku, open up! Hey, what are you doing? It'll irritate the whole neighborhood. I heard the tea you made was really good. Mai was telling me about it the other day. I brought a ton of snacks, so the least you could do is let us have some tea. Ryo, knock it off. Let go of me, Mai. I'm talking to Shizuku, not you. I tried to hold Ryo back as she made a scene at the front door. And suddenly, I heard the door slide open. See? She opened up. Oh, Shizuku-sama. Ryo, what are you? Finally, Shizuku-sama was talking to us face to face, instead of over the intercom. She looked pale and a little haggard. Shizuku, take a look at this. Ryo opened up the bag she was carrying and showed off its contents. These are snacks? That's right, so make us some tea. You hussy? Hold on, let me see that. What are you? Don't touch my snacks! The box was filled to the brim with little boxes from a famous sweet shop that apparently had a mail order service. But aren't these all Western desserts? Yeah, don't they look good? I'll even share them with some of you. Some with you, sorry. But the tea Shizuku-sama made was, for me, was green tea, not black tea. What difference does that make? It doesn't matter. No, it definitely mattered. Green tea called for Japanese sweets. Seemed like a lot of thought went into the plan for Ryo standards, but she still hadn't quite thought all the way through. Shizuku-sama? He's right. I'm afraid those snacks may not go very with my tea. But please do come in. Huh? I'll go put the tea on. And with that, she showed us inside. You see, my plan worked flawlessly. Yeah. Seemed Ryo's full frontal assault might have actually reached Shizuku-sama. What the fuck? Ryo's a smart cookie? No one thought of that. No one expected that. She led us to her room just like before. Ryo and I each had some tea Shizuku-sama made. How was it, Ryo-san? Do you like the tea? I wouldn't call it half bad. Ryo sat quietly on her knees, her eyes darting around the room. Come to think of it, she hadn't been in many other people's homes besides mine. There were probably a lot of things in here she didn't see too often. In contrast, Shizuku-sama seemed to be very calm. Shizuku-sama, are you alright? I'm sorry we barged in on you like this when you're not feeling well. Please, you needn't worry about anything like that. I actually started to feel a little better while brewing the tea. I'm glad if that's the case. She really did look as if some of the color had returned to her face since greeting us at the door a little while ago. I definitely felt like it was better for her to be talking with someone like this, rather than being cooped up in her room all alone. Ryo's so-called secret weapon had really done the trick this time. Well, now that we've had our tea, let's get going to school, Mai. Now she had her tea, she was apparently over the whole thing and she stood straight up. You came to sit still for 5 minutes? Thank you for the tea, Shizuku-sama. And thank you. Oh, Ryo, don't forget your snacks. There was a mountain of untouched snacks piled up in the middle of the room. You can have them. What? What are all your favorite snacks? Do you? No, I don't have a stomachache, and I wasn't sneaking food earlier either. She beat me to it. But there isn't any way I could finish all these snacks on my own. In that case, what is it? In that case, maybe you should bring them to school. That way everyone can have some. Ryo-san. Ryo's face blushed bright red and she looked at Shizuku-sama as to say, You got a problem with that? Shizuku-sama's gaze alternated between Ryo and the pile of snacks before she finally stood. Shizuku-sama, where are you going? I'm going to put on my uniform. Please wait a moment. Don't make me walk by myself. So then, can't allow all these snacks that Ryo brought to simply go to waste. With that, Shizuku-sama left the room. Ryo, you did it! I'm really impressed! It was a piece of cake. This is a monumental episode in your life's misadventures. It's one for the ages. Why'd you have to use a stupid word like misadventures when I went and did something nice? Well, you're still Ryo after all. Jeez, you're such a jerk, Mai. Mai no baka! And so the three of us all made our way to school together. It all accomplished what Shizuku-sama... We all? What? All we had accomplished was getting Shizuku-sama to go outside, but I was still glad. Why is she still working? She graduated! She literally does not have to be here. Her friends are really mean for making her come into school and do work. Well then, I'll go and make some copies of this. Okay, thank you very much. It had been several days since we started going to pick up Shizuku-sama. She was finally letting everyone see her smile again. She probably still is having a hard time though. If Shizuku-sama was putting on a tough face to keep us from worrying, Rio couldn't have been more obvious about how lonely she was. Even on the day of the graduation ceremony, she'd been so disappointed not having the person there she wanted to congratulate most. I guess this means she still hasn't heard anything from Eris. It doesn't look like it. Cheer up though, she'll come back eventually. Y'all have really good faith in this foreigner. Yeah. Do you know what your job is until then? Just then, Shizuku came back with the copies. Yeah, I know. And with that, Rio went over to talk to Shizuku-sama. This is a real change for someone who used to be as shy as Rio. Rio tried her best to cheer up Shizuku-sama in the most awkward way possible. Please come back soon, Eris-sama, for Rio's sake too. And we skip to when she comes home, right? 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 We're not gonna go a whole nother chapter without her coming back, right? Right? Well, Shizuku-sama, good day to you. Good day to you. Good day. See you tomorrow. Yes, good day to both of you as well. I waited in response to Mai-san and Ryo-san's smiling faces. I worked hard on the events committee again today. Even though there was no need for me to attend school now that I had graduated, you're still enrolled in St. Michael's until the end of the month anyway, Ryo-san had told me. We're a little short-handed, so we could really use your help, Mai-san said. Moreover, both of them had come to find me at my house. How could I possibly refuse them after that? That act had driven their kindness home for me. However, I still go home and cry my eyes out going to bed. Oh, I was joking, but this is exactly what happens. Eris? When I was working on the committee, I had everyone there for me, so I was able to keep it together. However, when I returned home, I was alone in my room. I couldn't help but cry, thinking of Eris. I was careful not to let the staff hear, though. Unable to stop sobbing, the tears rolled down my cheeks. I want to see you, Eris. I cried for a while, so I didn't notice right away. There was some sort of commotion downstairs near the entryway. What on earth is going on? Have we received a call at this late hour? Just as I thought, I heard one of the staff speaking with someone. There was a sudden rush of footsteps coming down the hall. They were rapidly approaching my room. It can't be. It's not. It's not. And then who should come bursting in but... I don't know how I feel about how anticlimactic this was. I feel like it would have been a little bit better if she was like surprised her at school or surprised her at the graduation ceremony, not some random night. But I guess that's how coming home works sometimes. It's never that convenient, so way to throw reality in my face. A kiss for the Petals, Maidens of Micheal. Shizuku, I'm back. Eris! I'm so sorry it took so long. Eris, it really is you. Shizuku, yes, it is me. Wait, was there any chance this could be a dream? At this moment, Eris was standing before my very eyes. Eris, who I longed to see, was right next to me. She spread her arms wide and gave me a big hug. Hug? Hoog! We're hooging! Hoog! Shizuku! Eris! I kept calling her name and made sure she really was there. There was no mistaking her warmth. This was the real Eris. Shizuku, your eyes are red. Have you been crying? Yes, every night for like 2 months. A month. Whose fault do you think that is? Honestly. It's my fault. I'm really sorry. Her voice was shaking as she spoke. With her arms around me, she squeezed even more tightly. Please don't ever leave me again, Eris. I know. I won't. I'll be with you forever and ever. So, are we going to talk about what happened, or are we just going to skip over all of that? Shizuku, you cry too much. Aren't you crying too? And so the two of us held each other and cried. And cried and cried and fucked and cried and fucked some more, and then we cried. And then we fucked. And then we cried and then we fucked. Here, this is your phone. Thanks. I figured I must have dropped it in your room. I was freaking out the whole time, not knowing where I'd lost it. That's because you ran out here in such a hurry. Honestly. My tone suddenly became harsh. If she hadn't forgotten her phone, we could have gotten in touch sooner. That thought was incredibly aggravating. What on earth happened anyway? Well, Shizuku, promise you won't get mad. That all depends, of course. Just hurry up and tell me! Maybe it was a sense of relief from having Eris back, but I felt emboldened somehow. Emboldened. After all the words she put me through, I might just throw a fit, if it had all been for something trivial. She seemed reluctant to speak, but then finally opened her mouth. The truth is, my dad was sick. Your dad? I know your father. Wasn't anything serious, was it? I wouldn't exactly call it serious, but to have lasted such a long time, it must have been a major illness. No, it wasn't really anything that bad. Nothing life-threatening. It's just everyone around me was saying I should stay by his side until he recovered. He has gained on in the years, and to see him losing his strength, it makes me cry. I see. So you see, it was really hard for me to come back until he had recovered. I can see that. But if that was the case, I really wish you would have just told me sooner, or told me on the way out. I forgot my cell phone. I didn't know how to get in touch with you. All I had was my St. Michael's ID. So all I was able to do was contact the school to let them know I would be absent. But I mailed a letter to your house and I even called you. A letter? I never got it. That's strange. My phone call wouldn't go through either. Oh, who did you get the address from? Maidens Sensei was kind enough to slip it to me. That explains it. The address is an old one. We've moved since I came to Japan. Why didn't you update it, Eris? I totally slipped my mind. I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm going really fast. I'm sorry, she said. Does she have any idea how much anguish she put me through because of that? Oh, Eris. I'm sorry. Please forgive me, Shizuku. I'll never forgive you. Unless we fuck right now. Okay. You what? Now, you must be punished. Eris winced as I suddenly got very close to her. Now for your punishment. Choop! Choop, choop. Oh, this punishment kicks ass! And so Eris and I shared in our joy and pleasure again and again. It was so crazy. Having this much X after such a long time satisfied us in both body and spirit. Exhausted, we lay sprawled out on the futon, but there was still some time left until morning. Shizuku? I clung to Eris silently. I'm feeling so much joy this moment, it makes me nervous. Don't worry, Shizuku. Me too. Eris gently stroked my head. It was painful, despite my joy, and I thought I might cry again. When did I become such a crybaby? I'm worried that you might go away again. Please, just hold me till morning. Okay, I will, Shizuku. Except it's like... I guess it's spring, so it's still pretty chilly. I was like, if it's summer, no fucking way, bro. It's so hot. I ain't doing it. I ain't. Eris scooped me up in her arms. Her arms! Lying in your arms tonight. I'll hold you for as long as you want, Shizuku. And she did. And Eris didn't let go of me until morning. A number of days after Eris's return, the two of us finally made it back to school. You everyone an apology, Eris. Go on in. Say you're sorry. I told you I know. You're just busy as ever. They've already begun preparations for the next school year. Alright. Can I have a kiss before we go in there, Shizuku? What would you make you ask that? Because we won't be coming to school anymore after this. It's our last chance to make memories. Memories, you say? Here she was trying to pester me into giving her a kiss at school. But she was right. Today might be the last day we would have a chance to kiss here while wearing our school uniforms. Here in the school building where Eris and I met. But just on the other side of the door were all the members of the event committee. I'm afraid I can't. Don't say that. I can't change her mind. I wish she wouldn't look at me with those heartbroken eyes. If she stared at me with those lovely eyes, I might come. No means no. Ah! You were making such a racket outside the door that someone had opened to see what was going on. We were both naked. Is there something I can... Oh, Shizuku-sama. Mina poked her head out. In the moment she saw Eris' face, Well, the moment she saw Eris's face, her expression changed into one of shock. Sama, my goodness, you've returned. Eris, Everyone else inside the room stopped what they were working on. You could hear a pin drop. We missed our chance to kiss, Shizuku. Whose fault is that? What are you talking about? Come on, let's go inside. Get your ass in there! As soon as I entered the room, the first thing I did was bow my head to everyone. Although I caused everyone a great deal of stress, Eris has returned without incident. I'm really sorry, you guys. I suck. Everyone stormed around Eris the moment she appeared. You took too long, Eris. You're 10 years too early to be keeping me waiting like that. Okay. And you're 100 years too early to be talking to your elders that way. Welcome back, Eris-sama. Welcome back, Eris-sama. I missed you, Eris-sama. You guys. Her face turned red and she looked embarrassed. It seemed she hadn't expected this sort of reception. It's good to see you again. Now Shizuku-sama can finally cheer back up. She was so blunt about it. Even I was starting to get a little embarrassed. What happened? Would you mind sharing with us? Yes, of course. Yes, I'll tell you. Oh, Risa-san. Hi. Sorry for suddenly springing that message on you the other day. Like 2 months ago. It's been a while. Not at all. I'm happy I could be of help. Message? I'll explain about that too. You see, I got a sudden phone call from my parents. And so, Eris explained them everything that happened up until now. Excuse me. So your father was ill? How is his condition now? He's fine again now. I made sure to stay until he fully recovered. I'm just glad it was nothing serious. Thank you. That's great, but how dumb do you have to be to lose your cell phone? Well, I deeply regret that. Do you know how much worry you caused? So you're worried about me too, Rio? Thank you. No, I just meant Shizuku looks so pathetic. I mean, it's not like I miss you or anything. Baka. You little liar, you kept asking me more than anyone. Do you think she'll be back soon? No, Mai, don't say crazy stuff like that. It's alright. I already apologized to Shizuku thoroughly yesterday, right? Eris gave me a knowing smile. I smiled right back at her. The two of us are fine now. We fucked a lot. Oh, that's a relief. Thank goodness you two. Sorry, my nose is itching. I truly was glad Eris had returned safe and sound. As I watched her cheerfully talk with the other girls, I felt glad from the bottom of my heart. Although the graduation ceremony had come and gone, now it would be impossible for Eris and I to attend together. Eris would pick up her diploma from the teacher's lounge after this, and that would be that. Now I was feeling depressed again. Oh. Everyone started to clean up whatever they had been working on a little while ago. Perhaps they were stopping since they wouldn't be able to get any work done now that Eris was here. Then, as if someone was whispering in my ear, "What are you doing?" If you're disturbing them, then perhaps I should take Eris and leave for a moment? Eris, I was about to suggest that we go back to the teacher's lounge, when Rio stood up behind the podium. Alright everyone, your attention please. What is this? Do you know about this, Shizuku? No, I hadn't heard anything. Rio-san opened the door to the classroom and... Please come in. Why, thank you! Reina-sensei? What was Reina-sensei doing here? What the fuck? Now we're ready to begin. It's time to start Eris and Sama's graduation ceremony. Stop, you're gonna make Shizuku cry again. You're gonna make me cry. Everyone applauded at her introduction. What a surprise! Yes, I am shooked. How long are you two gonna stand there like statues? Now come on up here. The two of us went to stand before the podium as Reina-sensei had instructed. Now, we will begin the handing out of diplomas. My son seemed to be the ceremony's director. Shitogi Eris? Hi, that's me. That's my name. Reina-sensei made the name of the diploma out loud and then handed it to Eris. And after I had already given up a hope on ever being able to witness this, it was so moving. And Kishima Shizuku. Right, my diploma's at home though. I had already received mine at graduation ceremony. However, another one had been prepared for me now, and Reina-sensei handed it to me. Obviously, it wasn't a real diploma, but that didn't matter. The one I received now along with Eris made it even more valuable in my eyes. Now the handing out of the diplomas has concluded. We thanked everyone. Was that a gavel? Everything Rena Sensei and everyone set off party crackers at once. Oh. Before I knew it, we had moved straight into a graduation party. At some point, they had gotten out snacks and drinks. That must have been why they were putting everything away earlier. Thank you, everyone. I can't believe you planned such a wonderful party. I had absolutely no idea. We all worked together so that we would be able to put it on at a moment's notice as soon as Eris-sama returned. Yuna-san explained to us as she filled her cup. And Rena-sensei, I know how busy you must be. Thank you for making the effort to be here as well. You both come such a great job on the convince committee. That was the least I could do. Hee 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 hee. Maidens-sensei, that isn't juice, that's wine. For today, I am one of you, my dear class representative. You still have work after this, though. Don't worry about it, Risa-chan. I am worried. That's right, today's a day to celebrate sending off our upper Klusman. Alright, whatever. It's not like you'd be given in so easily, Risa. Jeez, Mia, you don't have to say it like that. I couldn't help but smile at the peaceful scenery. Shizuku-sama? Oh, my son. I really wanted to thank you for coming to get me at my house these past several days. My son and the others had been monumental to help me while I waited for Eris. And even going so far as to hold a graduation ceremony. All about that. You have Rito to thank for that. Eris had been listening behind us and suddenly shouted, What do you mean? This whole party was Rio's idea from the start. Naturally, we all shared her sentiment, but we were really worried whether we'd be able to keep it up. We'd be able to keep up our work on the committee while keeping the whole thing a secret from you. Not to mention, we didn't know when Eris would be coming back, but Rio was adamant. Eris will definitely come back. There's no way she'd leave Shizuku alone. And she started making the preparations all by herself. We were all a little reluctant at first, but Rio forged ahead of the preparations. Eventually she won us over and we all helped get things ready for today. So, that's what happened. Rio was the one. Rio? What? I'm not giving you any of my snacks. Rio-san was piling snacks in her face, munching away with her cheeks puffed out like a squirrel. Thank you. I knew you weren't just a little kid. It's wonderful. You're the best. Hey, let me go. I can't breathe. I have so many snacks. Eris suddenly wrapped her arms around Rio, tiny form. Nuh-uh. There's no way to respond to my feelings of gratitude. Hey, your hair is tickling me. Let me go, Eris. My son and I looked into the two of them with smiling eyes. Those two really are great. They really get along well. Rio-san looked so happy with Eris squeezing her like that. Those are definitely shrieks of joy. You guys don't just stand there, help me! I'm dying over here! The party started to wind down. It was just time for us to go our separate ways. Well, do you have any last words you'd like to leave with us? Last words? What should we say? Let's see, perhaps you could passionately swear your love for one another? Yuri-sama. That's good. I like that idea. About love just like at a wedding. Wedding? That sounds like fun. Let's go with that. I had never heard of swearing one's love at a graduation ceremony. I'm uncomfortable. It's okay, I'll do it. What for? Come on, let's swear our love. Let's give them a real show. Eris was way too enthusiastic. But doing it here, it's too embarrassing. Relax, Shizuku. Here, just look at me. She placed her arms around my waist as she said that. She positions me so I was naturally gazing into her face. My face was reflected in her blue eyes. Wedding. Come on, everyone. Wedding. Wedding. Sing. Everyone else was chanting it. What was I to do in this situation? Except come. I like to do that. I like to come. Oh, what should we say first? Just swear I love. I guess I've got no choice. I'll help you along. With a cheerful smile, Reina-sensei stood behind the podium and started imitating a priest. Doge Eris, do you swear to take Kirishima Shizuku in sickness and in health, as long as you both shall live? I do, for all eternity! Wonderful. Now, Shizuku, do you swear to take Shitogi Eris in sickness and health, as long as you both shall live? fuck? Fucker? Shizuku? I do! At that moment, the whole room erupted in shrieks. I hadn't been able to look at her face when I said it. This is beyond embarrassing. But it makes me unbelievably happy. Now you belong to me for all eternity, Shizuku. Oh, fuck! Eris, what about you, Shizuku? I'm all yours for eternity now, too. Well, it makes me very happy. Aw, how cute. It makes me want to give you a hurricane of kisses. Please don't do that. And with that, our graduation ceremony had ended. I thanked everyone one last time. And with all that seeing us off, we left St. Michael's behind us. Spring arrived, and along with it, the start of a new life. Eris and I both continued our education at St. Michael's Junior College. This was turning over a whole new leaf. We were about to start attending a new school where we would build relationships with new people. I'd given a lot of thought to what I would say when I introduced myself on the first day of class. Everything was on track to be perfect. However, I never thought things would be this easy. I was familiar with most of my classmates, with new entries making up just a small portion of the students. Things really hadn't changed much since I was a senior. In fact, the thing that had changed the least of all was, honestly, all year that crying over nothing. But it's not like it was my fault. Eris and Rio were fighting the same as always. Their usual back and forth was starting up again. The reason for all this, even after graduating, was I can't believe the junior college is this close to the main campus. I totally forgot. So did I. That's right, the junior college campus was right next door to St. Michael's. In other words, St. Michael's owns a huge-ass section of land at this point. They've got a middle school, a high school, and a college, all in the same area. In other words, everyone was close enough that we could see each other anytime we wished. After they threw us a graduation party and saw us off, it almost felt like coming back to a job we had quit. And I'm glad we get to see you guys again. So am I. If I ever get too busy with the events committee, I'll sure to come help you out. Don't be afraid to call me. Sure, it'd be fun if we could have another study camp or something. Yes, it would. It would be wonderful if the next one was a summer study camp. Going to the beach with everyone, splitting watermelons and setting off fireworks, splitting some muffins if you know what I mean. That's not a study camp, that's just having fun. Exactly. I'd finally got to know everyone though, so going somewhere like that with all of them might be fun. Although, I wasn't kind of sure what kind of game splitting watermelons was. I really wish I had gotten a video of you crying over me. Don't be stupid. Come to think of it, now you're a senior too. You definitely don't look like it though. Don't say that. I'm totally a senior. I'll grow in no time. None of the new students in your class have come up to you and asked you, do you need help finding your class or anything? Of course no one's done that. You're really shaking. They totally have. Despite her fighting, they both seemed glad to have run into each other like this. Rio-san and Eris was both full of energy. It's so heartwarming. I know, right? Oh! Just as I was getting nostalgic, I heard the St. Michael's bell ring. Is that late already? We're going back now, Rio. Huh, Eris, I'm not done with you yet. Right, good luck. Well, good day to you two. Good day. Rio, hurry up. It's no fair that classes at the junior college are over already. All they get to do is slack off. Well, you should hurry and join them then. Once they left, it was suddenly quiet again. Shizuku, are you ready to go home? Yes, let's. It wasn't as though there were fewer classes at the junior college. Today was just a short day. In actuality, the class load was quite heavy, so things would be difficult from here on out. I wonder when we'll ever see another short day like this. It doesn't bother me, but Rio-san may have gotten the impression that junior college students have nothing but free time. I wish. Actually, junior college people do have nothing but free time. In America, anyways. Another year. When Rio comes here, she'll get all mad and say, "You tricked me! Won't that be fun?" There's no way you could keep that secret forever, and we don't know if Rio-san will be coming here. That's true. Well, maybe I'll come up with something else. Oh, Eris. Eris and I walked home side by side. Why? Why was there a cut there? I was glad to be able to see everyone at school again, but more than anything, I was thrilled to be starting my new life with Eris. It would be the same on the outside, but different from before. Whenever I looked at the uniform-clad students of St. Michael's, I was reminded of how I could never return to that life. Now, I'll never get to see you in your uniform again. Oh, yes you will. Somehow, Eris had been thinking the same thing as me, but you're really cute in your regular clothes too. You think so? I was certain that sort of clothes I should wear. Looking at it from the perspective, a uniform was much easier. I certainly stood out in my traditional Japanese clothes. In that case, why don't we go shopping for new clothes this weekend, okay? Eh? I'll pick out lots of new outfits for you. I have a bad feeling about this. They didn't draw me in new outfits. It's nothing like that. We're starting a new life now, so it'll be fun to get a wardrobe to go with it. Eris is very quiet. I see. I refuse to do anything like the last time when Eris dressed me like a gothic Lolita. However, what? I want to see you as a gothic Lolita. However, it might be a good idea to update a number of those things besides just our wardrobe. It'd be even more wonderful alongside Eris. It's nice to go shopping every now and then. Then it's settled. It'll be fun as long as you're with me. I have a feeling our college years are going to go by in a flash too. Of course, you know I won't let you get bored, Shizuku. I'll always be with you. Eris knew exactly what I wanted to hear. Could I ever return that level of kindness to her? Even now, my feelings for her felt like they would overflow. Was I conveying them properly enough? When you gave me such an intense look like that, I got embarrassed. Really? I've been making such an intense expression. You know, Shizuku. Hi, what is it? The other day when you had to swear your love in front of me in front of everyone? That was a little embarrassing. Once we graduate from junior college, we should get married for real. Eh? Don't tell me it's too soon to talk about that. You swore your love to me for all eternity. Marriage is the next logical step. Well, that's, Shizuku, let's pinky swear. She gently held out her little fingy. My heart racing, I wrapped my own little fingy around hers. Crossed my heart and hoped to die. And if I ever tell a lie, if you do, 10 million kisses will I give. I swear as long as I shall live. 10 million? Fuck yeah. And no, lying just because you say you want to give 10 million kisses, Shizuku. I won't. Except I really will. Now, this time we'll seal with our vows with a real kiss. I swear, our love forever. To never forget our promise to get married. We exchanged sweet kisses. Sweet, gentle kisses! Like the rays of the spring sun. And we have a winner! Alright. Well, whatever decision I made to either combine these episodes or not, thank you so much for watching. This is the last episode of A Kiss for the Petals, Maidens of Micheal. After this, we will move on to Kindred Spirits on the Roof. Brand new VN. Well, not brand new in the world of VNs, but a new VN for this channel. We've been on A Kiss for the Petals for a while. A total of what, 42 episodes, I think, including the remembering how we met. So there are a few more chapters. I mean, there are a few more sections of this game, but we're not going to go through them. But if you are interested in playing this game, you can find it on GOG Galaxy or MangaGamers, I think is what the name is. But thank you so much for watching. I will see you. If you enjoyed this, if you enjoyed me reading through these VNs, please let me know down in the comments. I'm still going to continue them, so I think that's going to be a part of my channel. So, don't worry. But yeah, please like and subscribe. And I know this ending was super awkward, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.